Pete's Postman Adventure, Battling the Storm. Early one morning, when the sun struggled to break through the heavy clouds, Pete, the town's friendly postman, walked into Ben's cosy coffee shop. Every day, he worked hard to deliver letters and packages to the people in the town, ensuring their messages of love and friendship reached the right hands. The night before had been rough, with a storm tearing through the town, leaving a trail of fallen trees and debris. Pete, often at the coffee shop, found comfort in his usual habit of sipping coffee before he began delivering mail. "Good morning, Ben."
"Oh, good morning, Pete. What a night it was last night."
"Yeah, it was rainy and windy. I couldn't sleep very well. I hope I won't get tired too soon today." Ben's face turned serious.
"Hey, Pete, did you hear? Because of the strong winds last night, some trees got knocked down and fell onto the road. You might not be able to deliver mail in certain areas today."
"Oh no, that sounds like a real tremendous problem."
You got it, Pete. It's like Mother Nature played a game of giant dominoes. Pete, could you do me a favour and deliver a coffee package to Ame? She asked for it.
"You bet, Ben. I'll be your coffee courier, but only if there's a free coffee in it for me." He laughed, playfully winking at Ben.
"Deal,"
Ben agreed with a smile. "Well, I better leave for work and see what's going on. Thanks for the coffee. It'll help me branch out and face the day." As Pete leaves the coffee shop, he hopped into his trusty postman car, an old vehicle that had seen many storms, but also managed to keep going. But, just as Ben had mentioned, the strong winds from the night before had caused quite a mess. On the way, Pete discovers that a massive tree has fallen across the road, blocking his path, making it impossible for cars and people to pass. The tree, once tall and proud, now lay like a giant puzzle in the middle of the road. Pete scratched his head. "Oh my! How do I deliver the mail with this giant tree in the way?" He got his telephone out and called his friend John, who was working on a building site down the road. John came to fix the problem, armed with his truck.
"Last night's storm caused trouble for you too, Pete,"
John chuckled and told Pete with a grin. John attempted to push a huge tree blocking the road, but his old truck broke down and he couldn't budge the tree.
"Looks like my truck's too ancient to handle this giant tree,"
John quipped, making Pete laugh.
"I need to call someone to come and fix my truck. It seems like it won't allow you to deliver the mail today."
Pete was so worried because he needed to get his mail delivered. Then, like a light bulb going off in his head, he said goodbye to John and rushed back to the coffee shop. "Hey, Ben, any chance I could borrow your scooter? I need to find a way around that fallen tree."
"You got it, Pete. Just be careful not to race the squirrels on that scooter. They're pretty speedy."
"Thanks, Ben. Well, when in doubt, scoot it out." Armed with a scooter and undeterred spirit, Pete carefully started navigating around the fallen tree. Balancing mail bags on one hand and scooting with the other, he slowly progressed, determined to deliver every piece of mail, no matter what challenges lay ahead. As he keeps going on the muddy road, he faces different challenges. He lost his balance and tumbled to the ground. All the mail flew in the air and landed everywhere. "Oh no, my letters!" Pete said, looking really surprised and worried. Pete tried to collect all the mail, but when he tried to pick them up again, the wind moved the letters. Pete said, "All right, let's play. It looks like the letters want to play with me." As he darted and weaved, Pete called out to the letters like they were his friends. "Wait, come back! I promised to deliver you safely." Despite the challenges, Pete managed to deliver every piece of mail, his determination shining brighter than the stormy sky above. On his way back to the coffee shop, Pete found that the tree trunk that was blocking the road had been cleared, and John was there. John said,
"The road was finally clear. Now cars could pass."
Pete's funny response, "Well, I deliver all the mail, no matter if the road is blocked or clear. It's like a postal superhero's motto. Through wind, rain or tree, Pete delivers with glee." Finally, Pete arrived back at the coffee shop. John also walked through the door, ready for a coffee and a sweet treat. "Mission accomplished, Ben! Who knew being a postman could be this adventurous?" Pete exclaimed, his eyes sparkling with a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. Ben laughed.
"Pete, you're the most determined mail carrier I know. What a day!"
Pete winked at Ben. "Well, you know, rain or shine, nothing stops the mail." Ben approached the trio with a tray of steaming mugs and a plate of freshly baked cookies.
"On the house, my friends. You all look like you could use a little warmth and sweetness after a hard day's work."
As they enjoyed their snacks and sipped on their drinks, the three friends told each other stories. Pete told a funny story about the tricky wind that made the letters fly around like confetti. It made John and Ben laugh. Then John shared nice stories about moving the tree, and Ben talked about making new kinds of coffee. As the night went on, the rain outside got stronger, making a cozy, soothing sound that wrapped around the coffee shop like a warm, comfy blanket. The friends, lost in their laughter and conversations, felt a sense of belonging that only true friendships could bring. As the night came to an end and the rain outside finally stopped, they left the coffee shop feeling thankful. They promised to have more fun evenings like this in the future and said their goodbyes, knowing that the coffee shop would always be their special place, where their friendship grew as they enjoyed the smell of coffee. Wishing you a very good night, especially on stormy nights. As you close your eyes and snuggle up in your cozy beds, may you feel safe and warm. Let the sounds of the rain and the howling wind outside be a lullaby that helps you drift into sweet dreams. Remember, storms are just nature's way of dancing, and the lightning is a dazzling show in the night sky. So rest easy, my little friends, and sleep well. Tomorrow is a new day filled with adventures, and you'll be all set to greet it with a big smile. Good night, and have the sweetest dreams.